Welcome back, everyone, to Light All Fiends Podcast. This is episode 62.
Small 62.
Niggas scared. Oh my, he's not right. He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
But before we get into that, as we always do, if you don't care about Absolute Residence, which we might not either in a couple weeks, next week we are reading Damn Reincarnation, 400 to 450. And honestly, we're talking about it, we don't think it's got that much left. Maybe tops, including these 50, 150 chapters. I give it. I can't see it going past 550, especially what level he's at. Unless the oath is like absolutely ridiculous and opens up like a bunch of other possibilities, but I don't see that like having that far.
No.
Acting.
No, I think it's probably almost done.
I think we get another 3 podcasts out of it, including next week.
Yeah.
That's next week. Also, I just want to make an announcement. Overgeared. I know I've mentioned it a couple times. It is finally going to be completed.
Really?
Yeah, they was like, you know how I just let it go for a while? I had like 130-ish chapters that I hadn't read, which that's substantial because they only do like 4 a week. It's like Damn Reincarnation speed, so I haven't read it in like probably over 6 months. But I still have notifications on for it. And I got a notification this week, I think it was like Thursday, and they said the Raws are like complete. And we're only like 20 chapters away from the ending.
What?
And it's finishing June 20th. Yeah, I was like, what? I was like, that's so sudden. Like, I feel like if I was like a reader that was caught up, I'd be like, what? Because like it's only, right now they're like at 2033. And the final chapter is 2059. I'm like, this is when you release this? That's crazy.
That is crazy.
But I think it's because they might have caught up to the Raws anyways, so they didn't know when it was going to finish until he literally wrote the last chapter.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Overgeared will be finished in like a month. So if you ever want to read it, now's the time. Those chapters are long.
I might start reading it now. Because I think that was also one of the things why I stopped reading, because I was just like...
The release time was really bad.
Yeah, it wasn't done. And I was like, there's still so much left.
Yeah. I didn't know when it would ever be finished. I know I'd say the first 1,500 chapters were fire. Probably the first 1,600, I'd even say. But I you know, maybe like there's still like after effects to that, but like after like 1,700, it was like, I think there was just, it was too, I don't know how to describe it well. It's like every fight was like a life on the line fight, and they were advancing the story through fights. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So like every fight was like, there was also a lot of like plot happening during a fight.
Wait, so were they doing that for like the last 400 chapters?
Basically. At least like I'm at like 1950 and that's how it's been. Like they'll take a couple chapters in between to like, after like a really big thing happened, to be like level up and like, obviously the main character is the blacksmith, so like forge stuff. And then like
go back right into the fight.
And then like right after that, he even says it like, oh, I had my like 2 days of peace, and then he's back into it. And so it just feels very like everything is life on the line. It's like do or die every chapter, and I think you can only do that for so long until it gets a little tiring.
Yeah, because that sounds like Devil's Son-in-Law, but we like dragging it out. Like there's, instead of like 4 peak guys just to fight, it's like, it sounds like 100.
Exactly like that, bro. And it's like every fight, if he doesn't win, the world is over.
Nah, that's crazy.
And so like, even though he can't die, because in this book they have, it's basically like that's like Sword Art Online,
VR.
right? Yeah, VR, there you go. So you can go into it, if you die, you're like a player, so you just resurrect, right? Whatever, but like his status is so high, like when you lose in this VR, you lose like experience and levels and stuff like that.
Oh, hardcore.
Yeah. So if his level and experience, and like there's a special thing for status as well. His status is so high that if he dies, he'll drop status, and like he'll just never be able to catch up, like ever again. Because he's like, and not catch up to other people, but he's like trying to catch up to the world itself. Because basically the big premise of it is that like you shouldn't be able to 1v1 like super bosses, right? But he's 1v1ing like super duper bosses all the time. So if he ever loses And the NPCs in the game, they level up with the players. So he has to be so extraordinarily ahead of the second player to be able to fight these super duper bosses one on one.
Oh.
So like, I think he was the first person to hit level 1,000, and the next person was like level 650. I think it was something like that. Like it was insane. So he doesn't like.
So he's just grinding.
He's grind like I think there's like a 20-hour limit or like that you're allowed to play per day, and he hits it like every day. Like that's it. But yeah, I think the thing for me was just like we can talk about it more if we ever do an actual overgear podcast. But it's just I feel like you can only do that for so long, and I even will say I think the author did a very good job of like incorporating the plot into each fight to make it interesting. But I think like even like a lot of the comments will say that I feel like you even if you're doing it fantastic, you can't do it for that long. You know?
Yeah, it's like it's just too repetitive.
Yeah, it's not even repetitive because everything isn't unique. But I think the
situation.
Yeah, I think it's the tempo feels you can't keep up that tempo.
Yeah.
For that long.
It's like running up a court in basketball for 4 quarters, like
yeah, ain't nobody doing that. Like you just can't. It can't be done, and like that's what he's doing, and it's like. I don't know. It's just like a rush for power every chapter, every chapter. And the chapters are very long. Like these they're 2,000 chapters. They're probably worth like 3,000 regular chapters. Like they're long, bro. Like I've been reading. I read like 50 chapters. It took me like as long as it took me to read like the 90 chapters of Absolute Resonance.
Damn.
Yeah. But let's segue into Absolute Resonance. Those 90 chapters. Bro, I feel like I was like so hopeful throughout those chapters. Like we finished the academy arc, like him fighting the academy. He gets first place.
Plastic.
Yeah, and I just feel like everything was very good. Like I think everything was good. The academy arc, right? That's where we start. He finishes it. Then they have to go
into the Earth realm.
Into the Earth realm, and like everything in the Earth realm was going well, and I feel like they just like, and I was just like waiting, but in the back of my mind, I was just waiting for them to mess up, and they did.
Oh, with the
wolf.
Yeah.
I just like I was like, if he can go this whole arc without using the wolf, I'll be like really happy. I feel like it'll be like on track again.
I felt like when they said like, oh, he shouldn't use it, and here I was like, oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
Like maybe
he'll
grow without it or something. Because I was ready for the pill, and then the true
dragonification pill.
Yeah, and then for him, and then I thought it was really cool when he used the Auric Halo and the Auric Flame,
too.
and I was like, yes.
Yeah. He was fighting above levels, but like his actual power, you know?
Yeah, and he uses his trump cards to like normal people, like summoning like a spirit, like a corrupted spirit wolf. I feel like at this point,
it's overplayed.
It also doesn't really make sense.
Why?
Well, because like when you look at like the Origin Reverse Institute, their whole thing is like, oh yeah, we use the power of man and other, and that's kind of what like Willow's doing in a sense.
I think in a sense, yes. I think the only big negative connotation is the other is that they corrupt you. So obviously, like
yeah, but they always warn.
They know that he can get corrupted.
Yeah.
I think it's just the level of corruption is different.
But the thing is, it's like they warn him to not get corrupted, but like for the Reverse Origin Institute, like their goal, like if they could use the power without getting corrupted, like wouldn't everyone just do that?
Yeah.
Like obviously that's not their full goal because they feel like it's not like taking their power to use it without getting corrupted. It's just like we're fully merging. But I feel like if they were just like, we're just gonna take their power and use it, but not really merge with them, everyone would be on board.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't see why they wouldn't be. If they can, feel like that's a regular main character they're gonna do. They take the power of the other person, they make it their own without fully making it like themselves.
And they have the. Now they have the precedent for it now with the Auric Halo because it can convert energy.
I just think that other is not really like an energy. It's like
no, it is because we saw it.
Like it is, but like I feel like it's like a different level. It's like a different path of cultivation, almost. You know.
I mean,
and it's like so opposite, oppositely opposed to what they do.
I think if we learn more, because I was thinking in my head about the Sacred Void Resonance sect.
Mm-hmm.
Is it called that?
Yeah.
Sacred, yeah. I was thinking, because you know, like, this is a crazy superpower sect. And honestly, looking at Lulu, I'm just like, back in the day, there must have been heavy hitters, bro. 100%. They must have had blank palaces, people popping up everywhere. They were like, oh, you're a cripple? No, you're a genius now.
Yeah.
You want a 9th grade light resonance? We just give you one. Or something like that.
Well, they could give him like a 1st grade and upgrade it.
Oh, yeah. And I was thinking, like, how did this kind of sect fall? And I was thinking, well, if the Aura Kayla can convert any type of energy, then like, what if like there's like people that were traders that like looked into like the other stuff, and they're like, well, what if we can convert other energy, and maybe they got corrupted or something and they failed.
Yeah. Like
my theory was just like, what if the Reverse Origin Institute is like a fallen like branch of like the Sacred Void Resonance sect?
That'd be insane.
That's kind of a stretch theory,
yeah.
But I feel like there's some pieces that can connect the dots
there. I can see it.
And the only reason I thought of it was when he used the wolf and then converted it into light energy.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, wait.
So he can do it with anything.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that actually.
That's why I originally had that thought. Okay. I was just like, I mean,
what's stopping him from using the other?
Yeah, because now it's just like. Because when he tried that, I originally thought, no, there has to be some, like... Some
drawback.
Yeah, because I was looking at it, I was just like, man, he's going to hate this. But in my head, I was just like, watch there be a backlash. He's like, yes, they're not going to use it. And then there was no backlash. I was like, damn it, no, he's not going to like this.
Bro, I think that was the worst part, is that the whole time, I was like, this was really good. Like, this is what I signed up to read. But in the back of my mind, I knew... Like, if this wolf comes out, like, all of this was worthless to me. Like, everything. Like, all 90 chapters, like, I would say the first 70 were really good. And then they did, like, the wolf again, and it killed the whole 70 chapters before it. Because then it was kind of pointless, again. And also, like, I don't know if we're really going to get into detail to everything that happened in this. But, like,
no.
Okay, good. Because, like, I feel like, again, even with the ending... The very last chapter we read, which was like 12, 11... What was the chapter number? Do you know?
I have no idea.
I feel like we gotta put that one on there. Because without this chapter, these chapters would have been absolute trash.
So Mark here was ready.
Yeah, 1183. Though we
was ready to be like...
Yeah, this came out...
style.
This came out today at like 12:30 a.m. And I read it at 12:30 a.m.
I read it like 2 hours ago.
No, I read it at 12:30 a.m.
You were just like, please hit me with something.
Yeah, I needed to see, because they're still like kind of in the middle of the battle.
Well, it's not. Yeah, it's done now.
It's like it's done now, but I needed to see the conclusion.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for that conclusion, I think I would have been ready to chop it right now. If I'm being honest, because like it's just gonna be more of the same. Because like we get Lilo being cool. And then he just has to use a higher power, the wolf, to defeat an other that for some reason, like, all of the kings and dukes around him do not see coming, and they just let pass because they're incompetent. Like, you can't keep doing that, and, like, no consequence for the others. You know, it was so infuriating. Finally, we did get a consequence for the other. The principal of not the Hollow, the ancient...
Heavily Origin Ancient College.
The Heavily Origin Ancient College. The principal there, he's a Triple Crown King. He was able to destroy a crown from the Fiend King. All Dominion?
I forget.
All Skin Dominion?
It's, I don't know if it's All Devil or All Being.
All Being, yeah.
It's All Being, Devil King or Ghost King.
Devil King.
Devil King.
Yeah.
And it was the Ghost Dominion, All Being Ghost Dominion Palace.
Yeah.
And basically he's a shapeshifter. I say he, but the author says it, which honestly, I saw someone say is like it adds to the being like the others are inhuman.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So Devil King, he thought he was like, fuck you. I don't care about this land anyway. I was like, sorry, so loser. He's like, I'm out of here. And Principal was just like, whoa. Yeah. The comments are on my ass. Yeah, I can't let you leave.
Yeah. When he was about to leave, I was like, dude, something. So basically, guys, the premise, we go into another area. It's like another dimension, kind of.
I kind of think of it as like it's like a minor world. Yeah. They call it the Earth Realm. Like, that's not the full name, but that's like the small name, the mini name doing it. Yeah. And it possesses worldly energy.
Yeah, world origin source, I think it was.
Yeah. It's a prerequisite energy to enter the king stage, which is why it was so important. Uh-huh. And it produces a lot of treasures. And they found a lot of treasures that the students can use. That's really helpful to them. Mm-hmm. And so they were fighting over this. That was like the whole premise of this battle. The students were to go in there, stop the corruption of the All Devil King, because he had originally suppressed the space, and the stronger you are, the more corruption, more suppressive or oppressive the corruption is. So they sent the students in because they would get the least amount of drawback on them.
And then there was already a bunch of kings fighting, so there was
kings and dukes. I'm assuming as well.
Yeah, there was triple crown kings on both sides, and then the principal had all his vice principals there, the kings.
Oh yeah.
Fighting the other kings.
Yeah, I'm assuming they're all double crowns, like the vice principals.
I wouldn't say that. We've met at least 3 that are just single crowns. Like the Wu guy. Single crown.
Oh, Wu Yu was single?
Yeah, Wu Yu
single.
Oh,
I thought he was double.
The last lady who we saw, the
Long Lindsay.
We don't know her power, but the first 2 that we met that were staying at the school were both single crown.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they saw that Li Luo was like double crown king, like his grandpa was a double crown king. And they're like, whoa. But yeah, so that was the premise. They go in there, they're fighting the others, and Li Luo was actually doing a badass job. Even though I will say, another thing that was a little bit getting on my nerves is how it seems like every single fight is just situated for him to be a hero. It's just like, it irks me that it's every single time, Like, why can't he just fight a random other and he kills it and it's a hard battle,
Oh, it's just kind of like a group battle and it's like, we won by the skin of our teeth.
Yeah, it's a group battle and everybody is like, it's a straight stalemate. And we're gonna lose overtime. And then, Li Luo powers up, one-shots this really strong guy, and all of a sudden we take over. That happened 6 times in this 80 chapters, 90 chapters. If it happened twice, But it literally happened every single fight, except the last fight where he uses the wolf power, which is ass. So it was it was fun, but you can't do it. You can't be repetitive like that,
I don't like that. I think it was really funny when they met up with the Light College.
Yeah, the Hallowed Consecration.
Yeah,
Ancient College, I think it was called.
Yeah, whatever.
I know it's Hallowed Consecration. I don't remember.
Is it Consecration? I don't think it's Consecration.
It's constant something. It starts with a C.
Yeah.
I feel like Consecration makes sense. That's just a light. It's like something with light,
Okay.
I could be off. That could be off. I'm thinking of World of Warcraft as a paladin. Consecration.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
They used the skin lanterns, and then he blew it up with his light resonance.
Yeah.
So I think it is crazy though, because it felt like kind of an asshole.
With just the lantern in itself?
Well, no, converting the energy. Because he had been saying he'd been trying to use it the whole time and it wasn't working.
Yeah, I agree.
I guess also he probably hadn't thought about converting energy until that point either.
I think there's also that, and maybe it awakened with the stronger he was. Because he's been leveling up. We started at 5 Pro when we started this.
I mean, he said 7 Pro by the time we get there.
By the time we get to this earthly realm, and by the time we're done, he's at 9th realm. And so where we left off is they're just about to leave the earth realm. So the final distribution of rewards hasn't been doled out. So he's hitting lesser Heavenly Resonance like right after this. It's gonna be a matter of like 2 days.
That'd be nice. Finally, I got out of the pro stage.
Yeah. Pro isn't that long though. Pro was very short.
Yeah, but I kind of wanted to just.
You want to skip it entirely?
Just hurry up.
You know what I think will be skipped? I think the lesser Heavenly Resonance stage, which is like the illusory seal and the true seal, I think he's blowing past it.
Oh yeah.
That one I don't think is gonna take that long at all.
Yeah, especially after we saw
the glass stage get passed over entirely.
Well, he didn't really get passed over like that. I'm talking more about like how the diagram.
Mm-hmm.
They're talking like it has to be 100,000 feet, so I think that's gonna take forever.
Well, the Fiend, that was like Fiend Finisher. Or the Fiend Dipper energy.
But it's, yeah, they're saying like it's the hardest thing before the Duke stage to do anyway.
Yeah.
They said it was harder than the triple Fiend glass and the 9 pearls.
Yeah. They all like just build upon each other.
Yeah.
If you miss one, you're not hitting the next. Yeah. And so, it did say if you get 9 pearls, you're basically guaranteed to be a Duke. But if you get the Heavenly Resonance to 100,000 feet, then they didn't say what it would do, but basically you're setting yourself up for success in the Duke stage.
I think it was because they said 9 pearls Duke seedling, and I feel like 100,000 like diagram was just like almost a guarantee because like you can't get to 100,000 without everything else.
Well, I think it's like self-explanatory that like 100,000 what equal Duke because there's only one step between the greater Heavenly Resonance stage and the Duke stage, which they call like quasi Duke, which is just if you fail your Duke attempt. Mm-hmm. So like you have literally everything if you're at 100,000. Yeah. I think there's like literally no possibility for failure. Yeah. So like you're 100. Like so Lou Kingley or how do you say her name? Who? Is with his fiance.
I'm back.
Back again. Kendrick Lamar for the 8th time this week. I'm sorry, I had to do that. Where were we? Yeah, we were trashing this.
Yeah, because we were just sitting here, and when the camera died, we weren't. Usually we get hard pressed because it feels like we got a lot to say. Yeah. This week we don't got a lot to say.
We went on to talk about the rap beef. We went over it. Because honestly, guys, what else do we have? We have to talk about a couple things. First, his fiance. And 3 women. His fiance. What's her name again?
Lee Hong Yu,
and then the
Lee Lingjing.
So let's start with the fiance.
Well, Lee Hong Yu is first.
Oh, you want to go in chronological order?
Yeah.
All right. Say her name again.
Lee Hong Yu.
Lee Hong Yu.
I think Hong Yu.
Lee Hong Yu. She is like a half sister to Lee Hong Lee. Yeah. And the sacred or the dragon blood lineage. And basically, Lee Hong Lee's mom and Lee Hong Lee chased Lee Hong Yu out, and
chased him badly. Like, bro, like when she said, because apparently there's an older sister, like she's in the dragon blood guardians, and she slapped her mom. I was like, what? Yeah. Nah, that dad. We're gonna have to slap him.
Yeah, for real.
Like, that might be the only reason I keep reading. Just so he gets slapped.
And so Lee Hong Yu is going back. She's a support type resonant user.
What was it, like Crimson Vermilion?
Crimson Vermilion Heart. Something along those lines.
It's like 8th grade or is it? 9th?
I think it's upper 8th. Okay. And so she can basically support people. And she was like basically Lee Luo's biggest like supporter.
Yeah, she's like a bard.
Yeah, basically a bard. So she was helping Lilu out a lot because once they leave here, they go back to the dragon lineage, the Heavenly Emperor lineage. She wants to get let into the Guardians, and Lilu is the connect. Yeah. And that'll be fun because Lilu is definitely gonna help her take revenge. Mm-hmm. And I think it's gonna it's setting up like the Guardians arc.
Yeah, she'll be a nice party member.
Yeah. Second, we met Lee Kanye. Is that her name? Lu. That's not her name. Jang Kanye. Yeah.
You already want to marry her to Lily.
Yeah. She's the fiance. Say her name one more time.
Jang
Kanye. She's fire. She showed up. She basically decimated everything. Yep. And Li Luo gives her the Sacred Heart Lotus so she can shore up her things. And it basically allows her to hit 100,000 feet, like we were saying earlier.
Yeah, because it's a king level treasure, which I honestly forgot about that. I didn't think it was that crazy.
Yeah, they did say that. And so she hits basically, like she perfected her foundation to hit Duke, and she's ready to go because of the Sacred Heart. She also gave some pills over to Li Luo.
Coiling Dragon Pill.
Yeah, Coiling Dragon Pill, though we don't know when he'll use it, probably right after this.
And then Li Luo gave her a crown.
Yeah.
Crown. Light thorn.
The light thorns that he wants to make in a golden light crown.
Yes.
So basically, they're just like light elemental materials. He wants to make it into a crown for her. It'll boost her light power and
honestly,
she'll look sick.
You know, he's
It's kind of giving Shadowheart from BG3, but like instead of like the darkness, it'll be light.
Really?
I don't know. That's what I thought of. Like it's that one helmet.
I don't know. I was thinking more like. Actually, you know what? That makes more sense.
Okay.
I was thinking. I hear the word crown, and I think too much of like an actual crown.
Oh, okay.
And not like a headgear.
Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, but that's her. She balled out. Also, I just want to make a side note. They talked about how he needed Li Luo needed this is important. He needed 5 A-level credits to get a seed of resonant power to create a tree of what do they call it?
I think they're just tree of resonances.
Trees of resonance, and so that he can bring one back to the Astral Sage College.
Yep. And he needs 2 because he thinks it's one of the ingredients for his divine pill to go up to the 9th grade.
Yeah, and so they were talking about those credits were going to be so hard. I swear a lot of people had over 20 credits.
It kind of felt like it.
Like, because they said he needed 5, and that was going to be ridiculous. And one of the characters that's going to be relevant to this, so I'm not remembering her name, it's Feng Yang something.
Feng Ling Yuan.
Feng Yuan.
Feng Ling Yuan.
Feng Ling Yuan. She's like the second best in the Ancestral College. She was like, I need 3. She got 3 within the first 15 minutes there. I don't know why they made it seem like it was pressed.
Well, because I think they I'll defend them here a little bit.
Alright, go ahead.
Because they thought like it's like not a kind of normal mission.
Yeah.
And it ended up being like a hardcore, hell difficulty. So the missions were worth way more than what they should have been.
Alright, that's fair. So along that line, also Li Luo was gonna have like 30 A-level credits, and he said he only needed 12. Yeah, he said he needed 2 Tree of Resonance, and he needed another 2
for 10, and then he needed some more for the dragon, the Crimson Dragon banner, to complete the Duke Destiny Grade technique.
Oh, he needed 2 more to get the Destiny Duke technique that needs all 3.
Yeah, because right now he only has Underworld in silver.
Yeah, the Underworld River, Styx or something. Black Dragon. Styx. And then we have the something Lightning Dragon.
Silver Dragon.
Silver Lightning Dragon. And the last one's the Crimson Banner Dragon.
Yeah, Crimson Red Dragon or Crimson Fire Dragon.
Crimson Fire. Also, he got that second Duke art and he completed it in like 2 days. That was like insane.
No, I thought he said he learned it, but he didn't like master it.
But it basically showed that he completely mastered it by the end of this arc.
Oh yeah, he mastered it at the last minute.
And I was like, it was no more than the process of 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Which is insane, seeing as what he had to do before. Even though he did say the stronger he is, the easier it is to learn.
Well, I don't think it was like strength, it was affinity, because he used the True Dragon Pill to get a 9th grade resonance for Dragon Resonance.
Yeah. But I mean, even before then, like, that was to hit grand completion. So, like, lesser completion, or whatever they're called, and then, like large, I don't remember what they're called, the steps. But, like, he hit all of those beforehand, so I'm, like, I was genuinely surprised by his pace. Like, I think it's a good thing, but I was just surprised.
Yeah.
And then last, you want to go off with Li Lingjing?
Yeah, so Ling Jing, in this battle between the All Devils and the humans, the Reverse Origin Institute was also a second-hand party that got pulled in because the All Devil King didn't like that 2 colleges joined up on him.
Yep.
So Li Lingjing was with them, and she basically stole food from the tiger's mouth.
Yep.
Because the whole purpose was for the All Devil King to use these true devil eggs that he had been nurturing in there to corrupt the entire realm by creating a third level true devil.
The third Duke level.
I call it third level true devil because true devil just means Duke.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
And basically, she absorbed part of the egg from Li Luo when he got corrupted.
Yep.
And then she got absorbed into the they called it the White Devil.
Yeah.
And then she started slowly absorbing it while in the body.
Yeah.
So while he was fighting Li Luo, he was getting attacked from inside and out.
Yeah.
And then when Li Luo used his final attack, which was honestly this technique has a long ass name, but at the end they simplified it into the Void Obliteration Dragon Formation, Sword Formation.
Yeah.
I forgot about it already, but honestly, that's kind of what it is. He had formed his third Dragon Fang sword, which was light, and then he infused it with Jiang Qingye's light because she got used as a battery pack, which is that was funny.
Yeah.
And then blew up his attack, destroyed all his plans. The White Devil tried to do a mutual destruction technique. Li Lingjing, whose will is unwaverable as the heavens themselves.
For real.
She pulled him out.
Yeah.
And she was just like, he wanted her to come with him because he believed that he could save her, and she was like, nah, I'm gonna enter the Duke stage.
Yeah. And she definitely will at this.
Yeah, cause she absorbed all the power.
Of the king level menace. So Li Lingjing, we see a lot of her, and I think it's good that she's definitely still on Li Luo's side. We see here, and that she will grow stronger, and she will kill a lot of people. Let's be honest.
She'll probably fight Jan. They had a little standoff.
I don't think they'll fight each other, to be honest.
I think they will.
I think that Li Lingjing...
Not a little skirmish.
Maybe a skirmish. I'll give them a skirmish. But Li Lingjing seems like a super ace in the hole. I think she will, kill a lot of people. But, it'll all be worth it when she,
backstabs, the spirit at Pluto or whatever his name is.
Backstabs the Reverse Origin Institute as a whole, I think.
Yeah.
She'll, give out coordinates to the headquarters and, even, participate in, a backstabbing last second to, take down the Reverse Origin Institute and maybe, a big person on the other side. Yeah. And, give information about the others to...
It's hard for me to see her be, Jiang Qingye's match, though.
Yeah,
because once she enters Duke, she's gonna have 3 light resonances probably.
Yeah, they are trying to set it up like they're equal, but I just don't agree with that.
No, it doesn't make sense.
They did say that Jiang Qingye fought Li Lingjing, and they were Li Lingjing was able to get away, but
no, she fought Ningmeng.
No, she fought Jiang Qingye. I thought.
No,
really?
It was Ningmeng.
Oh, so she'd get dropped then, but
yeah,
okay, yeah,
because no contest. Yeah, she said, luckily I was there to help the others.
I thought she was fighting Jiang Qingye.
No.
Oh, she was fighting.
So if she really fought Jiang Qingye in that moment, she would have gotten smoked.
Yeah, and even right now, because they both powered up, and none of them has a Duke yet.
Yeah.
So yeah, Jiang Qingye is watching her.
She's watching everybody.
She is. She's still absolute right now. And I love it. Keep it up.
Again, but we're pretty much done because Absolute Resonance is on the chopping block now.
Yeah.
Next to Keyboard Immortal, you two, guys, please don't make me cut you out my life.
Don't do us like this. I enjoyed talking about it this week, not so much. Maybe the last time, not so much either. But yeah, this one is going downhill. We're giving it one more shot. It's gotta be good. It can't be more of the same. I feel like without these all random power ups, it's really good. But with the power ups, it just kills everything else for me. Mm-hmm. I can't have those power ups and look past all. I can't look past it.
Nope.
It just kills everything for me. Mm-hmm. I enjoyed 80% of the chapters, but the last 20% made me just not like anything.
It's external power-ups.
Yeah, external power-ups. Yeah, exactly. Did we even talk about it when the camera died? Like, if he could summon the wolf, it'd be baller.
Yeah.
But he's like, it's a battery pack. That's all it is. It's like,
nah, you can't. That's too much of a cop-out.
Exactly. Well, yeah, this has been episode 62 before camera dies for a third time. It's been Adam Mar.
Peace, gamer. Peace.